Jackie, Don, the bars here will be packed by later tonight, and people that we talk to, it's like this, that they say they wish that we had ride sharing in Western New York. People all around the country have been using ride sharing apps for the past few years, but state lawmakers are still trying to figure out how to regulate it in our area. This is the message Uber says more than 1.5 million people in upstate New York with the Uber app see when they try to get a ride. It says, quote, unfortunately, Uber is not available in your area. And we found a lot of people wondering why.
It's crazy to me to think we're like a big college town to not have a ride sharing program or anything like that was really mind blowing to me.
It's always, where's Uber? Where's Uber? Why don't you guys have Uber? And I'm like, well, we're behind right now.
I was actually shocked because I'm like, Buffalo is like another second city to like, New York City. It's still like a city area. And I was just surprised, like, why?
It's a question even reaching the national level. Buffalo Bills player Leger Douzable recently tweeted, quote, we need Uber in Buffalo ASAP. And, quote, Governor, can we get this done? Buffalo is the only NFL city without Uber and the second largest city in the country without it right now. According to Uber, the company operates in close to 500 cities around the world and 47 states in the U.S., even in New York City, but not in upstate New York.
They've waited long enough, and it's time to get the bill done.
Senator James Seward sponsored a Senate ride-sharing bill this year. He says is identical to bills passed in more than 30 other states. The Senate passed the bill this year, but the Assembly bill did not. He said the biggest differences between the two sides are disagreements over insurance. He says the Assembly bill would have put higher insurance requirements in upstate New York, similar to what's in place in New York City, which he says doesn't work for the rest of the state.
It's a whole different market, so I don't think imposing New York City-based insurance requirements on upstate cities like Buffalo or Batavia or whatever upstate city you may want to talk about, I don't think that's right.
Everything green is telling me the meter is on.
Bill Yonke is the owner of Liberty Communications, a taxi company in Western New York. He says he's not against ride-sharing companies like Uber coming to our area, but he wants them to follow the same rules he operates under.
Our drivers have to be background checked. They have to go through an inspection of the vehicle. None of that is being done with a ride-sharing vehicle or driver.
Yonke wants to propose the city mandates all drivers for hire have mandatory background checks and fingerprinting. And Upstate Transportation Association agrees. The association's president released a statement saying, quote, if Uber really wants to expand upstate, it must finally agree to fingerprint background checks for all potential drivers. Uber drivers are already fingerprinted in New York City. Don't upstate riders deserve to be safe too? We asked Uber for their response. They directed us to this letter written by former Attorney General Eric Holder. It says fingerprinting is not recommended outside law enforcement purposes. And, quote, a fingerprint-based check can prevent people from getting a job even if they were never found guilty of a crime.
It's technologies like Uber that keep New York on the move.
Uber recently relaunched its Bring Uber to New York State campaign. So far, more than 100,000 people have signed a petition in favor of bringing Uber to upstate New York. And a new poll released by Uber shows 80% of people in New York want ride-sharing across the state. Uber leaders say it's an important time as elected officials are looking forward to their plans for 2017.
The way to really get it done is to make sure that electeds and representatives prioritize catching New York up to the rest of the country and the rest of the world.
Governor Andrew Cuomo recently told people to call their state lawmakers if they want ride sharing in upstate New York. Senator Seward agrees. People need to get their voices heard.
I'm hoping going into the 2017 session that there will be enough public pressure, enough local government officials pressure on particularly members of the Assembly.
Senator Seward says he will introduce the same Senate bill early next year. He says from there we'll have to see what the Assembly brings to the table during session next summer. He says that's when we'll see if the two sides can come together on an agreement. Reporting live in downtown Buffalo, Christy Kern, News 4 at 6.